Silas, who is 3. So I give you Mr. Josh Judge.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, sorry, I have a fun fact.
Oh.
Even more fun than this. They have installed over 25 miles of Christmas lights since 2018. Wow. Impressive.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Good morning, folks. I am Josh with Judge Services, and we specialize in exterior cleaning and holiday lighting. We all have 100 things on our to-do list, and we can take care of 9 of them perfectly. I got to up that to 9 because we have some new services that we added on recently, which is gutter guard installation and concrete sealing, along with the normal exterior cleaning services that we offer. However, today I want to talk to you about Christmas light installation. And briefly, I want to introduce my beautiful wife, Melissa, who is a principal of Tri-County School in Murfreesboro, and my 2 adorable kiddos, Jack and Silas. And here's them last year when we went through the Hickory Lodge installation that we do in Carbondale, and they are a huge fan of Daddy's Christmas lights. First, I want to rewind a little bit. Building the team, this is us 2 years ago, 2020. Just the 5 of us making it happen. This is us today, missing a few people, including our very important Dee Edwards over here, who is not just answering the phone. She is the glue that holds us together in the office. So I've got 10 co-workers, and I'm proud of each and every one of them. We try to build a culture of positivity and a culture of work ethic, so that the A players we have on our team are only working beside other A players, and we all have a great time together. We try to take some days off every now and then, and just relax and get to know each other, get to know one another. This is us doing some Christmas installations of the last few years. I don't pay them to smile like that. They just really like what they're doing. This is our Christmas light fleet. This year we have added one more trailer to our fleet, so we're going to be able to be 3 places at once. Okay, so the all-inclusive Christmas light service, what does that include? Number 1, it includes the design consultation, where we come to your house and we discuss exactly what your install is going to look like, and kind of help come up with some ideas, and of course put together the quote. Everything's included, all the lights, power cords, timers, everything for the installation. Our customers don't have to provide or touch a single thing. Season-long maintenance, professional installation. We want everything to be crisp and clean. Just like you see in this house up here, there's never any extra lights hanging off the house. Everything is custom cut to that house, so it looks professional, crisp, and clean. Season-long maintenance, I'm going to talk about that after a little bit. We do the takedown, we do the storage, we do it all. So this is a great example of what our design consultation looks like, because on the left you can see what we provided to this customer after the quote. We came up with the ideas, this is what we sent to them, this is what you kind of expect, these are where the lights are going to go. And then you can see the end result on the right, and so they got exactly what they were expecting. And this is what the space station sees in that house. The drone shot of that installation is just incredible. So during the quote frenzy, when we're installing 5 days a week, we got to do our quotes on the weekends a lot, because we want to meet our customers in person to do the quotes. So Son does what he calls driving Miss Daisy, where he drives me around to all these different quotes all over Southern Illinois. We knock out like 12 to 14 of them in a day while I'm busy, drawing them up, and he's driving me around. So professional installation. You see on the left, you see Dallas. He's tucking our power cords behind the downspouts to make sure they're hidden. We don't want the power cords sticking out and looking messy. Nate is wrapping that tree. You probably can't see from the picture, but all those lines are evenly spaced to the top. We, again, want everything to not look like we just did lights on there. Everything looks professional. This is actually my brother that came down a couple of years ago to learn the trade. Fun fact about him, he was a mechanical engineer, building robots, making car axles, making 6 figures. Had a great job, and he said, you know what you're doing looks pretty fun. So he quit his job and he started his own business up in Lean, Illinois, doing exactly what we're doing, and he's absolutely crushing it. So it's pretty cool. Some more installation pictures. You can see Kyle tediously placing the lights on the bushes exactly where you want them to be, and the spacing when we do inside wraps is also really important to us. Some having way too much fun.
Yeah.
Lights. When we install around, we can do it on stone and brick. For that we use hot glue, some Gorilla Glue to make sure those bulbs stay in place. Again, you can see Kyle, he's just really checking out the spacing on the lights. We're pretty OCD about how everything looks on the installs. Dallas, you can see he's up in this Japanese maple. Japanese maples are awesome for inside wraps, what we call when we wrap the mini lights around branches, because they have really big exposed branches, and when those branches glow, it looks really, really cool. You can see Dallas again on the right, standing next to this tree that is every bit of 35 feet tall, and we get those lights all the way to the tippy top. Season-long maintenance. So what that means is our customers do not have to worry about a single thing for the entirety of the season. So if this customer notices a bulb that goes out on the peak, or if they notice an entire strand just burns out, all they gotta do is give us a call. They don't have to worry about any additional cost or pricing. We come, we replace everything, climb up to the peak and take care of it for them. This is an extremely difficult customer. This is my parents' house. So take down. I mean, Hunter, how many houses do we see throughout the year we're cleaning where the lights are still up, or they still have clips on the gutters, you know, where they rip them down and didn't want to climb up there to get it. When we do the takedown, we take back all of our materials and we remove everything. So it can be a little crazy, as you can imagine. This is often everyone's least favorite part, which is why they stay up like long. We have some customers that have their project fit in one tote easily. We have customers that have 6 or 7 totes. So we have to do a really good job of documenting, and this is an example, that really big house I showed you earlier, of how crazy the documentation can be. So whenever we put all these lights up on a roof, we want to know exactly how they go back up in case we are doing them again next year, which over 80% of our customers return year after year. So we mark all the individual lines with colored zip ties, and then we take a picture and we diagram where those lines go, so the next year it's like a puzzle. We take the lines out of the box, we know exactly where those lines go on the house. So there's kind of a side view and an aerial view. So get kind of crazy, but takedown's very tedious, and we want to make sure to document it well. Again, this is all the mini lights. These are codes for knowing what color goes where on what trees. So we put in a lot of work there. Storage. We've got more than double what this looks like. All of these totes double stacked to the ceiling with all of our customers, and have them labeled so we know whose they are. So we love surprise Christmas lights. We have a lot of customers that love to surprise their grandchildren or their wife or anything like that. This is a customer that we have never met to this day. Lives down in Florida. All of his family always comes up to Alto Pass to this house for Christmas. And none of them knew this was happening. If you can imagine driving 12 hours to come together with a big family Christmas, and then you pull up in the evening to the house, and this is what they saw. So we actually just got that installation up the other day. This is a huge tree on the west side of Carbondale. It's about 35 feet tall, 30 feet wide, and that's Kyle. He's like 6'6". So we got all those lights at the tippy top of that tree with our feet on the ground, believe it or not.
No way.
Hickory Lodge, we do a big installation. It's going to be even bigger this year. I highly recommend to take a cruise through Hickory Lodge this year. These are some of the bonsai looking trees that we did. It looks really, really cool. This is one on Tower Road. That one tree right there has, I think, like 3,000 mini lights on it or something, but it looks really, really cool. Yeah, there it is. Another pine tree over on Tower Road. Can't miss this guy. I think he's awesome. We always do a huge installation at the hospital here in Carbondale. This is another one at Hickory Lodge. Beautiful house over in the Grand Oak subdivision. That's all I got.
So you keep your feet on the ground, or you use extension poles?
We have very long, we've got like 35-foot carbon fiber extension poles that we use in hooks, and somebody with stronger shoulders than mine to hold that thing up as we're walking around that tree. Back and forth. Yeah, it can be pretty labor intensive. Yeah.
Does a new installation take longer, or does it take longer to get the lights from the previous one sorted and install those?
It depends. It depends. I'd say new installations probably take the most time because we're custom cutting, custom fitting everything, and running custom power cords to everything. So probably a new installation takes a little bit longer.
So when you do a tree like that,
Mhm.
are you cutting it and splicing to do multiple things, or are you?
No, with
doing
those
one
we
background?
use mini lights that are on the table here in front of you guys. So those connect end to end. We can connect up to 45 of those strands end to end. These lights, they're LEDs, but they're also SMD LEDs, which is a newer style of LEDs. What that means is they're going to shine way brighter than any big box store lights your neighbors have, and they use a lot less energy. So we can put a ton of lights onto one outlet safely. We use amp meters to measure how many amps we're pulling, but it's ridiculous how many lights we can put on one outlet without even coming close to maxing out what the capacity of it is. So, very good. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.